The summer days are coming to an end for all of us here as we ramp up for college football as Liberty begins its season August 31st at home against Campbell. Practice officially starts July 31st for the Liberty Flames. We're joined by junior CJ Bazile, and a lot to cover here. CJ, good to catch up with you. We're at the indoor practice facility getting away for the heat for just a little bit. How have the last couple of weeks gone as you guys are preparing for preseason practice?
Well, it's been great. We've just been attacking the standard of being great. Complacency is a killer of greatness, and we've been attacking greatness every day, knowing that we haven't gotten nowhere yet. So we're still attacking the standard, and we're still practicing and going through workouts like we're nobody. So I feel like that'll get us back to where we were.
Conference USA Media Day down in Texas. I was watching Jamie Chadwell, your head coach, talk about championship rings and trophies aren't going to help us in 2024. That being said, though, what a tremendous season you guys had last year. What do you take away from 2023?
When everybody buys in, I believe the team becomes great. When we play Flames football, we're a great team. We're hard to beat. I believe if we take nicks and knacks from last year and build it up and come even greater, our preparation's even better, I believe we'll be the same team and even better.
CJ, you got a lot of experience 2 years ago as a true freshman, really ramped things up last year. Where do you think you made the biggest jumps from freshman to sophomore year?
I would say my mindset, to be honest. I had college football on a pedestal my freshman year, so I was scared, not scared, but anxious being out there. My heart would beat a lot. I couldn't really be me. But my sophomore year, when I toned down on everything and relaxed and know I'm here for a reason, that I was put in this position for a reason, I was able to be myself and play better. So I believe that's been a great part.
Kind of seems like to me, CJ, maybe the game slowed down for you. The heart rate maybe slowed down physically for you. Why do you think that was your second year?
The preparation with the new coaching staff, the foundation that they set, they have allowed me to be a better man off the field and on the field. And I believe the way I've attacked preparation for game week, knowing that the game isn't just played on Saturday, it's played on Monday, that has allowed me to be a better player for myself and on the field.
Joined by CJ Bazile, junior defensive lineman, joker position. You played a little bit of everywhere, but joker specifically. Remind the fans watching and listening to this, CJ, of your recruitment to Liberty. How did you learn about Liberty, and how did they vice versa learn about CJ Bazile?
It's weird how I got my offer, because I remember Coach Aldridge, who's currently at Auburn right now, he just called me out of the blue. I was on a game, and he said, "Hey, we're going to offer you a scholarship to Liberty." Hey, everybody started cheering. He hung up. I was like, okay, Liberty. I thought it was in New York. Searched it up. It was Virginia. And I started diving deep into the team. And you had the Malik Willises, you had the Darrell Johnson, the Mario Douglas. So I'm like, okay, this team is pretty cool. Yeah. And, just prayed on it. And, the Lord shifted me here. At first, I was committed to Kansas. Okay. But, the Lord, shifted me here. And it's been a great decision ever since. And, with the old coach staff, Hugh Freeze and those guys, they recruited me well, and I felt really loved, and I felt as if I belonged here, because the foundation within my household, we're followers of Christ. So if I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that are followers of Christ, why not come here? Why not be the best I could be here?
Yeah. And Coach Shadwell's staff came in and sold their vision for the program. At what point did this team say, okay, let's rally around this new coaching staff and let's see how good we can be in 2023?
It took a second to buy in, I'm not going to lie, but as we bought in, as we understood the standards that he set upon us, competition, discipline, all those things of such, we seen ourselves start to focus in and hone in more on what we have to do. And, I believe once we bought in, we were unstoppable. Practices were better. Our mindsets were better. Everything just became better. And, I love that for us.
Shout out to the Flame Central podcast. Your quarterback, Caden Salter, was on it yesterday, and they were talking about the post-game celebrations. That's one thing this coaching staff has really brought to this program, having fun at the same time. We work hard. Was there one celebration that kind of stood out to you last year? Because there was a bunch of them.
I could either go to Mariachi Band.
UTEP.
Or I can go when we had beat up no, that was actually UTEP. We beat up the pinata thing as well. That was my favorite one. That was my favorite one for sure.
Fans can see that on social media if you want to go back and recall that. It's talking about having fun, CJ. This program incorporates a lot of stuff during your downtime. You've had some wiffle ball competitions, kickball, stuff that you might not think about football players would be good at. Which of those has been your favorite, and who are some good non-football athletes that maybe our fans don't know about?
Non-football athletes.
Or if you think about the dunk competition or the belly flops in the pool a couple of months ago.
We talk about the outside of football things. I'm gonna say Brylan Green. If you go back to the dunk contest, you've seen that guy can do all type of things. Very athletic, two-sport athlete, so he could do it all. And within doing all these fun things, it brings us together as a team. The bond, the brotherhood, because just working out and getting the sweat in, going home doesn't do too much for you. So, being a part of these activities, going to King's Dominion and these rides and having fun with your brothers, it's a good experience. And once you know who you're fighting for, you fight harder.
A year ago, your strength coach, Chad Scott, introduced you to that run up Candler's Mountain, or which we call affectionately Liberty Mountain, to kind of bring it in to your training as camp starts. That hasn't happened yet for this team. What do you remember about last year's hike up the mountain and knowing that, okay, we're going to do it again, this is what I'm prepared for?
I remember having a big sigh once I heard we had to run up the mountain. I'm like, oh my God, we have to run up a mountain. But as I was going through the mountain, as we made it to the top of the mountain, the speech that he had really made me dig deep and understand why we're doing it. I knew that it was bigger than myself. We knew as a team it was bigger than us. It was for the city of Lynchburg, to turn the city up and do the best we could do. And that mountain run, I feel like, establishes the end of everything, within our summer, within our OTAs. Like, I feel like it's a great wrap up. And I feel like it gets us prepared for the season because we know what we're fighting for. Looking over the city of Lynchburg, it just gives a bigger go. So,
of your workout group, and maybe you do it as a team or separate runs up the mountain, who do you thinks they'll finish first going up the mountain? Or is it about making it up there first?
No, they send us off different.
Okay.
But if I had to say who think they'll probably make it up first, I'll probably have to go K-Salt.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll probably get up there first. I don't know. His group, they'll probably speed run it. It depends on how they start. But if we start first, if I got TJ Bush and me and a bunch of different defensive guys, we'll get up there first for sure.
Wrapping things up with CJ Bazile, junior joker here for Liberty football. CJ, what's that stand for? Take us inside your family. You're from the Miami area. What does CJ stand for? And just tell us about your family for a minute.
I'm Claudio Bazile Jr. Y'all call me CJ Bazile. My dad is Claudio Bazile Sr. Shout out my pops. And yeah, my family, big family, got 9 siblings. There's 10 of us. I'm number 4. I got 2 older brothers, 1 older sister, and 5 younger sisters, and 1 younger brother. And family, we're big on Christ. That's all I've been on since I was brought up. Always been in the church 3 times a week. I go Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I've always been in the church, and faith has always been a big thing for us. We don't walk by sight, but we walk by faith, and that's something that they've always told me, and that has helped me a lot, during my football journey, because, I wasn't always this guy that everybody looked up on. I was the guy that, people look past. So, keeping faith and knowing that the Lord had a plan for me, it turned out well. And I'm, happy that was the biggest gift that they taught me, was to have a relationship with the Lord. So that's a big thing for me. Final
thing, CJ, this week you were honored preseason Defensive Player of the Year in Conference USA. When you saw that, what did you think? What emotions took over when you saw that?
My heart dropped a little bit. It was exciting because I'm not used to that type of attention. But, I had to keep my feet where they were. Can't get too hyped up on things. It's preseason, so I got to make sure I get it posted, got to go after it, and it made me go harder. So I can't wait.
What's in store for 2024? I mean, you went undefeated last year, played in the Fiesta Bowl out there in Arizona, preseason pick. We know where Liberty is. And in some ways, you got to play the games. I get that. But what do you think is the rallying cry for this team coming up this fall?
The target is bigger. We're going to get everybody's best, so we have to make sure we don't lack at all. We got to make sure we're not complacent at all. We have to attack every day of practice, prepare different. Practice different. I feel like once we do that, we'll be the same people we were, and we'll be even better. We know we're older. Last year we were a bunch of 19-year-olds, first year playing on the field for real, and we had a lot of things to learn. But we're more experienced now. We're bigger. We're stronger. We're faster. We're smarter. So I believe we'll be even more dangerous this year. And
the medallions are becoming really popular on these chains here, CJ. You've got one. A couple of the other guys do. Why do you think those are so popular now?
It just represents you. It's something that's a nice piece. Represent you. See, I got the Florida on top.
Yeah.
And I got the C with the J in it. That just represent me. And that's the big thing. So, it's cool. Once we started winning, they started coming out more. So, it's a good thing. And, yeah, it's cool.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.